Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the truth is that if you check very careful, you do your case study and analyze on how we've been electing presidents in this country, you will agree with me that when someone is seeking for the first term as the president, it is easy to get. But when you are seeking for re-election, you are defending now the seat as the president. Normally, the votes will reduce from what you got. It normally goes down. Why? The reasons are obvious. People have seen you. They have seen your leadership. You are not new. They are well aware of what you've done. And mostly they will remember your failures. That happened to Kibaki when he was seeking second term. Nitaongea mambo ya Kibaki kwa sababu sasa nilikuwa niko na akili vizuri. Naweza ona. That is 207. It happened to Uhuru Kenyatta in 2017. Tulikuwa tumeshaanza mambo ya kuana na hapa, kwa hivyo I know what I'm talking about, and Maraga can tell you again about the election. Now we have William Ruto. How will his re-election be in 2027? The worst thing for Ruto is that the difference between him and Raila Odinga was merely 230,000 votes. So imagine Ruto has to get less than the vote that he got, and is different with his main competitor, ilikuwa ni hiyo. So we are here, and the situation is worse. Obina brought this discussion again on his show after being hosted by Gachagua at his Wamunyoro residence. This is his question, and I quote him: "You, Gachagua, and I knows the president is very sharp. One does not get to become the president if you are not sharp. Do you believe he has not seen this coming 2027? And he does not plan?" Hiyo ndio swali ya Obina. Gachagua responded. And blow by blow, he destroyed one William Ruto. The first thing Gachagua said is that William Ruto did not become the president at the first place because he was sharp. No. It is because he lied to Kenyans, and the Kenyans believed in his lies. He even lied to the church, and the church believed. And he has gone further and further to destroy William Ruto as far as the issue of re-election is concerned.
You and I know the president is very sharp. You don't get to become president if you're not that sharp. Do you believe he has not seen this coming in 2027 and he does not have plans? You guys won the election with the government being against you, the system and the deep state, but now he's the government, he has the resources.
Sharp, did you say?
Yeah.
With a failed health system, failed education system, abductions, extrajudicial killings, an unperforming economy, and you say he's sharp? Maybe we need to consult Webster Dictionary on what is sharpness. Let me tell you, my brother, the will of the people is supreme.
Okay.
William Ruto did not win the election because he's sharp. He won because at that time Kenyans believed his lies. And all the things he told people of Kenya, they believed him. They don't believe him anymore. In fact, there's nothing he can tell the people of Kenya to believe.
He can't do a turnaround right
now.
There's
nothing. Everybody has accepted he's a liar. So he cheated the church. He had an MOU with the church. He promised them this and that. He has backtracked on it. He cheated Mama Mbogas. He cheated the Boda Boda. Even now they are going with MPs giving Boda Boda people money, Mama Mboga. They are just eating the money. They will come out to vote him out.
Now, I want us to continue with the panel and discussion, but I have a very quick and humble request. For those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, personally, I like the response from Gachagua, especially when he goes on to talk about the failures that make someone to look clueless and not sharp. Because if you are a sharp president, you can't be sharp when the healthcare system is failed. If you are sharp, you will see it and you will correct it. That is where the sharpness comes in. Today and yesterday, it is doctors on strike. After that one, it will be nurses on strike. Health workers have been on strike in and out, on and out. If the president is sharp, he would have brought a concrete solution to the problems. Kienda hapo kwa hospitali unapata leo kuna daktari, kesho kirudi hakuna. That is the president. Failed healthcare. Saa kazi yake ni kubadilisha ministers wa health, anaweka huyu, anaweka, wamefika watatu in 3 years time. Sasa kila mtu sio alikuwa anasababu 1 year mani, na bado hakuna solution. The issue of failed education system. When Uhuru came in, he added something to do with names ya kuweka sasa health. Watoto wanakuwa treated free. Kazi yenye yuko tu ni principal andike barua, wewe enda hospitali utibiwe urudi shuleni. Ruto alikuja akatoa. Mambo ya CBC. What did he say? He will remove it sababu hakuamini kwa hiyo. Instead, when he became the president, he did not remove it and he did not improve on what was there. Today, university students want to struggle to get help. Colleges, funding is becoming a problem. They are now categorizing, and you know, when you categorize, just go to watu wanasoma high school uone vile mambo ya basari inafanyika. Mostly, wewe ulikuwa campaign manager ya fulani, ulikuwa kwa ground kwa fulani, ulikuwa unasaidia nani kwa campaign, mtoto yako atasoma. Lakini yule mama huko chini mwenye hajuani na mkubwa yoyote wa campaign ni bahati na ni nadra. Hiyo ndio walikuwa wanataka waleta hapa, wanasema ati most vulnerable are these politicians supporters in terms of agent, you know, those who have access to politicians are the ones who will get. Anaelekea huko. Failed education system. You can't be sharp when you are leading in abduction of Kenyans. That is Gachagua. Anaambia Ruto. Because Obina is talking about someone being sharp. Sharp in abduction. Before you abduct people, you should see this is going to happen and find a solution to stop it from happening. And thus, hence, you are evading even the issue of, you know, going loggerheads with Kenyans to end up abducting them. He knew why people were on the street. He had a solution to that, to avoid people being on the street, but he kept silent. Then when it got worse, it is when he is coming in with a solution of abduction. Then you are saying you are sharp, you can't be sharp. That is not sharpness. That is failure. That is cluelessness. If I have to expound on what Gachagua is talking about, the issue of extrajudicial killing. Why do you go to that extent as the president? There was so many solutions you can use to deal with those opponents and those who think they are on your way, without necessarily causing this extrajudicial killing. But Ruto chose that road. So, you can't be sharp when you are killing people. The other major one, non-performing economy. This alone proves that we have a president who is completely clueless. Because when you become a president, you should be worried when investors are leaving the country. People were shutting down their companies. And if you go and check, you would see the data is there. The number of companies that have exited Kenya. Wame-exit kutoka kwa nchi. Wakaenda Nigeria, kwingine, Zambia, and Tanzania. Samia Suluhu was making a joke about it. Investors are trooping to Tanzania from Kenya. How? Wametoka kwa majirani wetu hapa tu wanakuja Tanzania. Akafikia yeye amefanya vizuri ndio maana wanakuja. Pana. President wa Kenya alikuwa amefail kabisa. That can only be a clueless president. But if you are a performing president, you will attract investors. They will come in to put in money. There will be serious manufacturing. There will be employment. There will be money in the people's pocket. Ruto is coming for the last coin in your pocket. His policies have been so punitive that have made businesses to close down. You can't be sharp. When it comes to sharpness and I have to do a comparison, I would say Kibaki was a sharp president because he cared about the economy. When you care about the economy, you cared about everyone. When you don't care, then you endangered everyone.